Was told you were coming by this morning. Is it something urgent?
I can't stand it. Ever since I left Philly, everybody keeps calling it sauce. It's not sauce, it's gravy, Sunday gravy.
You seem frustrated, tense. Do you mind walking me through what goes on in your head when people call it sauce?
It isn't a sauce. Every mid-Atlantic Italian knows that if it's got meat in it, it's tomato gravy. I mean, just to think about it, I start to see red.
It sounds to me like you need to listen to your subconscious. You know, a lot of people have a self-care routine. What's your self-care routine?
Self-care? I care for everyone around me, and they take care of me.
Maybe you should try to be kinder to yourself. Walk me through your process.
All right, another day, another thing for me to tackle. Recently, I've been watching a lot of crime family dramas on DirecTV. You know, the kind where maybe the family owns like a waste management company, or the kind where they're always eating cold cuts from the fridge. It's really got me craving classic Italian Sunday gravy. So I lived in Philly for a number of years, and in South Philly, they call what we're making today gravy. If it's a slow-cooked tomato-based meat sauce that you have with pasta for Sunday dinner, that's Sunday gravy. But since I've moved to New York, I'm not hearing gravy so much. I'm hearing a lot of marinara, I'm hearing a lot of sauce. I can't make this dish and not call it gravy. Even though I'm not from South Philadelphia and I live in New York, just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. So any good gravy is gonna start with simple aromatics, in my opinion, just onions and garlic. You know, obviously I want meatballs. I want sweet and hot Italian sausage. I want to try making the braciole. It's like a rolled pinwheeled flank steak stuffed with Parmesan and breadcrumbs, herbs, garlic. Now I'm trying to keep the garlic cloves like intact because I want to slice them. I wonder if I could do this all with a razor. Maybe you've seen that before. The goal is to get the garlic so thin that it melts into the oil, is what they say. I have a friend who grew up in South Philly and she showed me how she makes her marinara sauce. And she just kind of steeps halves of onions in the sauce as it cooks. But I think for gravy with all the meat going on, it's gonna be so chunky. And we're really gonna want kind of a stronger onion flavor pulled out by sauteing it in the olive oil. I think the right way to go is to dice up these onions and give them a little saute. Okay, so I have a pretty big Dutch oven. I wanna make a lot of sauce. We got a big family to feed here on set today. So I'll just start with a lot of olive oil, followed by the garlic first. This is just not gonna taste the same if you don't stir everything with a wooden spoon. I don't wanna see too much color on it, maybe a little browning around the edges, but too much color and it'll become bitter. You can see it's just starting to go golden, just around the edges. So we'll add the onions. This is gonna cook all day. So you gotta get up for your whole family, and first thing you're doing before you brush your teeth is you're sauteing onion and garlic and frying meatballs. That's the vibe that we're on. It's really early in the morning. Look at the sun, look at the sunshine, dappled. I feel very at home in this kitchen. Bottle of Chianti, little mocha pot. This is good vibes in there. I got my money up. Noah Tackles is very lucrative. Okay, don't forget the black pepper. I think that this would benefit from just a pinch of red chili flake too. The onions are translucent. It's tomato time. I have 4 cans of San Marzano tomatoes, whole peeled. Nothing but the best. So this might get a little messy. I don't want a super smooth texture, so I'm literally going to take each tomato one by one. The angle here is important because you don't want to splatter tomato over yourself, but just crush them right into the pot. The flavor's on your hands. And then whatever juice is left in the can, we want that too. You have to rinse this can out anyway before you put it in the recycling. So rinse out whatever tomato residue is in there and add it directly to the pot. We need something to evaporate off. This is 4 cans of San Marzano tomatoes and 4 cups of water. I'll just let this come to a simmer, and in the meantime, I'll start working on my meatballs. I've heard sort of stories about how nostalgic the smell of fried meatballs is on a Sunday morning. So I'm trying to capture that in the test kitchen today. So for my meatballs, I have equal parts ground beef and ground pork, along with a couple eggs, little garlic, basil, parsley, breadcrumbs, Honestly, I like the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs from the store. And then some freshly grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Parmigiano Reggiano. Hey Reggie, get the cheese. Okay, let's mix this up. Really trying to work this a little bit. I like my meatballs to have some texture. I left my mama's little meatball shirt at home. My Irish Catholic mom does make a mean meatball. Shout out to my mom. Seasoning with a little salt, kosher salt, and black pepper. Let's fry a little tester. Ooh, it's a little baby meatball. Mama's baby meatball, or mama's little meatball. Oh, it's good. Very good. Honestly, I'm surprised, but I think it needs a little more salt. All right, let's get rolling. I'm gonna go right in the oil, I think. Is that nutso? Yeah, I'm shooting for like, maybe a little bit larger than a golf ball. These are gonna cook a while, so I kinda want them on the big side, and they also shrink. That is my ideal meatball. One of the hardest things I have to tackle is getting my friends to decide on what we should watch when we all get together.
Well, why can't we watch what we always watch?
Guys, you know reality TV is my favorite, and we never want to watch it.
Hey Noah, just checking. There's no gluten or lactose in this, right?
Everybody's got different tastes, and I'm used to catering to dietary needs. The same goes for TV. With DirecTV's MyEntertainment Genre Pack, you get over 50 live channels plus Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Hulu all in one package. So I get to do my thing while they watch their favorites, and everybody's happy. It's dinner and a show, for whatever mood you're in. You know, I don't know that I'll ever have Sunday gravy as a tradition in my family, but I think the idea of like Sunday family dinner, that's a great idea. And it doesn't have to be your family either. You have some friends over for a dinner party every Sunday, make a big pot of sauce. Sunday is a good day to tackle something. No, because Sunday you have all day, what else are you doing? Get in the kitchen, cook something cool. All right, I think we can start adding this batch to the sauce. We actually want them to finish cooking in the sauce. We're just getting this extra color, extra flavor on them by frying them in the olive oil. We're also gonna add sausage, and we're also gonna add braciole. This is not a one meat gravy, but I have some sweet and hot Italian sausage, and I think I'm just gonna cut them up into slightly smaller chunks. But these are gonna get fried right in that same olive oil. We already have hot fat on the stove, might as well use it. All of these meats do more than just like be tasty on their own. Everything is gonna give their flavor to the sauce as a whole. I wanna try making braciole. I've never made it before. I gotta kinda look at this piece of meat and decide how I wanna tackle this. I'm gonna try to butterfly this. I cannot promise that it'll go well. And then I think I'll cut these in half like that. Start adding the sausage into the pot. This is my own personal meat pounder from home. This is the Noah pounder. All I'll say is don't mess with me. Ah, come on. Where's my money? All right, sausage is about done. For the braciole, I'm gonna make a quick stuffing with parsley, little garlic, everything just roughly chopped. I think we want a lot of texture in this stuffing. And some Parmesan. Black pepper, bada bing, bada boom. It's a little stuffing. Just sprinkle this lightly. I think a little olive oil is gonna hurt. And roll it up. So I'll get a little kitchen twine. Should only need like 2 or 3 to get a nice little roll here. Where do you think these are gonna go? I'm just gonna put them right in that oil. Might be a little crazy. These probably what you want to do is fry them right in the pan before you make the gravy. Ooh, look at that. That looks really good. Wow, I'm really excited about these. That's a really good question. We can look it up.
In English, it's said as braciole.
Braciole.
Now in Italian,
Wait, in Italian?
it's said as braciole.
Braciole. Braciole. Come on. I know what I'm talking about. Well, I think our braciole are about ready to go into the big pot of sauce. Okay, this pot of gravy is absolutely as full as it's gonna get. So I'm just gonna bring this up to a simmer and let it rock pretty much all day, at least for a couple hours. Sunday gravy is not a quick and easy meal. It's Sunday dinner. You wanna let it cook, get all that flavor out. What are you guys doing? We got maybe got to simmer for like 30 more minutes here. Just let me watch my show and come back in a little bit, all right? Okay, so it has been about 4-5 hours since we put our Sunday gravy on to simmer. Ooh, the smell coming off of this is unreal. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. Some of that oil, you know, from the sausages and the meatballs, but also that we sauteed that onion and garlic in at the beginning, some of that oil is starting to pool. It might skim a little bit. Also, as you stir, you can see it starts to come together back into a really delicious gravy. So I think right now, I just want to find my braciole. Oh, there it is. I'll pull that out. There's a lot of people here that want to try it. So I'm gonna try to fish those out and cut the butcher's twine off. There's a big guy. One of them looks like it almost fell apart. Would you look at that? Guys, I don't know what happened. There was 4 braciole in and 3 out. So I'll just say to the crew, be on the lookout for little pieces of twine. You can kind of see that it obviously shredded apart. You can see that here's some of the meat there. So I really don't know what to do. Oh wait, should we call my friend? All right, everybody say hi, Fiona. Hi, Fiona. So the thing is that I put 4 bracioles in and I can only find 3.
A classic conundrum.
Does that happen sometimes?
Yeah, it's in there. Don't worry.
Okay, we'll find it eventually. Because I think some of the people here are worried about choking on a piece of twine.
No, that doesn't hurt anybody.
That's what I said, yeah.
It'll be fine. Can you say it again?
I'm saying braciole, but is that wrong?
I don't know. My family's like, super South Philly. So, where's the braciole? Where's the braciole?
Like if she thought that this was messed up in some way, she would have told me, yeah. The braciole that we were able to rescue, I'll take that twine off. Towards the end of the cook here, I want to add some basil. Just give that a smack and toss it in. I want that flavor to stay pretty fresh and vibrant, so we're doing this at the end. Basil, braciole, black pepper, and then just a pinch of salt to stay in shape. Typically these days when you see a pasta recipe, especially on YouTube, you got these social media chefs, and we're always finishing our pasta in the sauce in a pan. That's not what we're doing today. That's not the way you're supposed to have Sunday gravy. This is not like you take a little tiny portion and you toss it with some pasta water. We're just gonna boil as much spaghetti as we have and serve it in a big bowl with our gravy. All right, this is how I always check if my pasta's done. It sticks. Steaming hot spaghetti. Let's get a big bowl for this. And I wouldn't serve this any other way than just plopping this big pot right on the table. All right, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Noah Tackle's Sunday Gravy. Very, very excited about how this one came out. I was a little nervous, but I think this is gonna be delicious.